Welcome
Welcome.
to the 2015 Travelers Curling Club Championships. We've got a strong foursome from BC against Ontario. And with you is my papa, Brian Saville, and I'm Craig Saville. We'll be on the mics today getting you through this game.
Yes, I'm the curler in the family, so if you're listening or hear any conflict, I suggest you go with what I say.
We'll see. We will be putting up some voting after the game to see who did a better job, my dad or myself. So vote for me. Anyways, this should be a great game, Dad. I heard the ice is curling a ton here. Heard the ice is nice and fast, and these two teams were great in the round robin. This is the BC lead. Felipe Johnson. Looks like they're going to throw it into the house in the first one. Usually that's play early on, try to get the nerves out of the way and keep it simple and get used to the ice. It's always been my dad's favorite play too.
Yes, I like this play. This is Laura. She's the mom on the family. Two of her daughters playing second and third are playing with her, and she tells us she's adopted the skip for the weekend as a third daughter.
Nice little hit there to the wings. Now you can see just by how much the skip is giving the ice there. It's over a foot of curl on hit, so it's Bill Duck has done a nice job here at the Hunt Club.
Yep. 9. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. 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 Nice throw.
We have some rowdy BC fans in front of us waving their flag.
Oh, they're going hard out of the hand on this one. This one is curling early. They are going to be in some trouble here. This ice isn't very forgiving if you have a soft release or get it going early. It's hard to keep the line.
BC finished the round robin with a 4-2 record, and Ontario finished the round robin with a 5-1 record, and therefore that's why Ontario has a hammer in the first end.
Yeah, I think it's been draw to the button before every game to see who has a hammer, but in playoffs it goes by ranking, and if you finished ahead of the other team you're playing, then you get the hammer to start the game. Nice little draw there. I'm going to take full credit for all the sweeping that BC does. We ran a clinic this morning, and I helped the BC girls with their sweeping, although they really didn't need too much help. They kind of had it going early.
This is Erin Cook from Ontario. You may know her, Craig. She went to the University of Western Ontario as well.
Good throw.
That's right. Good curler back in the university days. Still playing well. So it looks like BC's going to hit this Ontario rock, and Lie 2 is hoping for a force here at the end.
Hard. Really hard. Hard, 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 hard. Yep. Really hard, hard. Really hard, hard.
Oh, good sweeping just to get a piece of that rock there, and that's exactly what Ontario was hoping for. Just a slight mistake so that Ontario doesn't get forced to send and go back to hitting.
Yep. Yes. Hard, yes. Really hard.
Well, she sure had minimum ice on that shot.
Hard, 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 hard.
it a piece. Yes. Good shot.
Yeah, it was a little strange. They for Cook they had the ice right at the side of the rock. She may have a bit of an in-out release, but it's a little strange for how much this ice is curling. As you can see, edge of 8, 4 feet of curl for a draw, which is great ice. That's what all curlers hope for, is swinging ice that has some speed, which this does. So this is the third for BC. Jen, who's played well this spiel. I've seen a couple games, and actually we were able to catch one of BC's games, and she's impressive.
Yep, 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 yep.
It's always nice in the first end to get an open draw, so you can get the feel of draw weight. Usually speed changes throughout the game, and they do get 9 minutes of practice before the game, but it's always nice to get some practice actually during the game, so you can get that draw weight feel.
Great throw, Allie.
It was a nice throw by Allie. She's the sister of the second, and obviously, and as well the daughter of the lead. Nice throw.
Yeah, this has got to be probably one of the first times that a mother and 2 daughters has played at a national championships.
No, right off.
Have to look at the stats and see if that's true. This has got some curling to do. Ooh.
Stop a bit.
Uh-oh. That's pretty big mistakes, especially such late in the end. Ontario gets to split the rings here in line 2.
Move if you can.
This one looks
Nice,
pretty
Allie.
good. They want to have these fairly lined up so there's no double, which looks like they might have left an opportunity. It's pretty far apart, but BC's going to be able to hit and roll. Might be a double there as well for BC.
Step a little bit more if we can roll over. That'd be good.
Little half rocker here.
Close. Whoa! Close.
This needs to curl a little bit here.
Yeah, roll it if you can. I think we're nosing pretty much, though. It's okay. Nice throw.
Not a bad throw. Ontario's be able to nose this though. Lie 2 still. Ideally, they'd like to roll to the wing a little bit just to make that double a little bit harder, but they certainly don't want to roll out the.
What I like about that last shot is so many teams go hard for the double and end up hitting and rolling out, which gives the team a free draw to split the house. The B shot is to hit and stay and force the other team to deal with it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and then they can, when they split the rings, they can make it even better, or BC should still have a shot at a double on the next one.
Yep.
Throwing a spinner here, lots of rotation. That usually keeps the rock a lot straighter when you throw with lots of rotation. A great shot there, too.
Nice throw.
So it looked like BC, they were looking at hitting the one on the left hand of the screen and try to get shot. But I think that hitting this one that's high on the right side, there's still a double there.
Roll onto it or
Or you can roll it right over and even, as she said, just freeze it.
Yeah,
make
You tighten the ice again.
make the deuce tougher. See how Leanne Andrews throws this one.
Line's good. Close. Yep.
Just has to move a little bit. She threw that pretty darn good.
Yep.
Better sweep
Yep.
it. Better sweep it.
Roll it.
Wow.
Roll it.
A pistol.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, just spun too much. Oh, what a great try. He just spun off there, and Red still shots. It's a draw for 2, but oh, that just had to curl a millimeter more, and it would have been frozen right on top. What a great try.
Yeah. Great throw. Right at the stick. Huh?
Crowd here had a little early celebration. They're excited as the players.
Assuming you need like a 310.
Looks like half of BC is here or something. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. 310 for me with my. Yeah.
So she should know the weight here. They had the 9 minutes of practice, as I said before, and so she's thrown this all week as well. So she should know the weight here.
Sweepers are backing off. It's going to be close.
Oh no, just a
just
little
a little
bit too
heavy.
far. Looks like 1-0 for Ontario to start this quarterfinal match.
Thanks for that. That helped. When you know it's done. Almost had the perfect one on her on Leanne's second. Just a touch.
So starting this second end with BC with the hammer and Ontario up 1-0. What's the strategy for BC and Ontario this end, Dad?
I kind of like what Ontario's doing. She's calling for it just short of the house or in the house, and I kind of like that because it now forces the other team to deal with it. Oops. That is a one spot you can't leave the rock. Either you leave it all the way in, so when they hit, you can hit, or leave it out of the house so that they can't hit it. That's a bit of a sweeping error on that one. Did you say you taught Ontario how to sweep?
No, that was BC that I told how to sweep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, stay out would be good, but just rolled in. BC probably would have liked that just to stay out as a corner guard, and Ontario wouldn't be able to hit it because it was in the free guard zone still.
Yep. Yes. Hard all the way. Hard for a piece.
This
Hard
one
for a
is
piece.
curling early again.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just hitting it in. Right.
Just chipped it in. So that's a couple that we've seen that have that are going hard to the wing, and you really have to be on the broom or just a little outside because you know it's gonna curl hard. It's nice to see that the ice is curling both directions, both towards the center and going to the wings too.
Center.
What do you like this one, Craig? Do you like it to come into the house, or do you prepared to accept it a little short?
Well, for big hitting teams, I'd like to throw up a guard. It's hard to keep a deuce this early in the end. There's going to be lots of opportunity for either you to roll out or setting up a double, which they just did there. So setting up a guard and knowing, try to make a deuce later and in the end. This is a nice conservative way to get a deuce, though, and not get into too much trouble. Now with this rollout, though, you can really split the rings and get one way over to the left side of the screen there into the 12-foot and make sure there's no double. And Ontario would have to do a lot of work to get those rocks closer together, so there is some kind of double later on in the end.
Yeah, there are some teams that would have hit the one in the 12-foot for that exact reason, that you're still going to have them at least only about 4 or 5 feet apart. But when you roll out on the one on the center, they can really separate the rocks now.
Yeah, exactly. Ontario, their whole goal should have been just getting those rocks closer together so they can make an easy double down the way. And when you hit the one in the center, it's not helping to group the rocks together. Now Ontario, really, they need to group these rocks, so really just hitting and staying and rolling over to the center would be ideal here. And
Yes, hard, really hard.
She got this one going.
Hard. All you got. Hard, 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 hard.
Got a piece. Real good sweeping on that one.
Yeah.
So even though these ladies have played 6 games on this ice, it's still really tricky to get used to how much these rocks curl, especially with hits. If you're not used to it, you play at the local curling club and it might be running dead straight, and you can put the broom right in the middle of the rock. So even after 7 games, it'll sometimes trick you up, especially when you get into the playoffs, your mind sometimes goes back to your local curling club, and you remember what that ice does. So few misses early, but still getting used to it.
What's the secret on throwing a rock on ice that curls a lot?
Well, you have to be very conscious of your release. So making sure you're taking lots of ice, and if anything, you want a positive release and a little out to the broom. Getting anything going, you can't save it out here with the way the ice is running. So you have to be positive and trust the ice. You've seen it all week, and you have to just continue with that and know that it's going to curl.
Well, it's stuck, just not
So this is an interesting situation, Dad. Red stuck for second out in the wings. So BC has the option, which they're doing, is to draw in for a second one. They could hit that red still, which is a tough hit. Do you like this call?
Yes, I do. Although this is the third's first rock, so she hasn't thrown any draws yet. But the one thing about that one in the 12-foot, if Ontario hits and BC rolls out, then all of a sudden BC is going to be looking at 2.
Oh, like this one that sneaks right through. And how does that change the complexity of this end here? Now Ontario has a chance to lie too and force BC.
Yeah, you move that last rock 2 feet closer to the center, and it would be biting the back 12. But she just sort of ran out of house.
Really hard. All the
It's
way.
amazing what one
Hard,
shot will do.
girls,
It just
hard for peace.
completely changes the end.
Good sweep.
Oh, good sweeping to get all of that one there. Looks like it's really curling out in the wing there.
Ooh, I like this call. She just threw a draw, same spot. She can pretty well put it awful similar to what she had, and she'll be shot rock.
Yeah, this is a nice aggressive shot called by Leanne Andrews. I like it too. They can freeze right to that own yellow one and be shot.
Yep. Where are we now? Where's it going through?
they can freeze it right to that yellow one, they'll be shot and buried too. Well, they got the buried part. I'm not sure if they're still shot though.
I'm looking at the overhead up there in front of us there, Craig, and it's sort of touch and go. Nice shot. And I think because Ontario's going after over that direction, I think the Ontario one or the BC one must be shot because she's going in that direction. If it wasn't, she'd be splitting the house.
Yeah, I think Ontario's just coming down and going to freeze to the yellow one, and she taps it a millimeter. She's probably going to be line 2. If she was shot up at the top 12 there, she probably split the rings. Tina from Guelph, she throws lots of rotation, so usually keeps a rock straight for draws
right
here.
Come on, right to it. Hard. Hard. Hard as you can. Hard, guys, hard.
Oh, good shot. Just Sweepers had to get on that a little earlier to get it back there. I think there might be a little hack waiter on that red one.
I think so. They did get it far enough that you can't come off the red one and get the other red one. So it looks like she's trying to hit and roll to the center.
No, not if you get it here. We'll be fine. Just gotta make sure we stick around. Yeah, even if you roll over here, it's not bad. No, this is bad though. We tuck a corner. Okay, you like to roll?
That's interesting. Did you see here that they talked about hitting and rolling on the inside of that red one? They're just not sure if they're second, as Leanne just said. So the option of over curling and hitting and rolling behind the red one, or hitting it high side.
See if we can avoid the back one. Maybe have a chance for a couple.
Yeah, I think that's an easier shot, to hit it high side and roll to the center.
Wow! Close. Yep, yep. Hard,
This should curl here big.
hard, yep. Yep.
Sweepers on it. Can they hold it? Oh, what a great shot. What a beauty.
Wow, a great shot.
And great call at the end, too, to switch and play the hit and roll underneath. Great eye. Beauty.
She could hit the red and double them out, but boy, oh boy, if that one is in the house back, we could be looking at a 3 here, Craig.
Yeah, absolutely. You could bomb one down and hit that red right on the nose and get rid of the 2 yellows.
We can never bump that little
Pretty tough shot, but or you could
if the line's good.
throw what you just threw a few feet more and just nestle it into the back yellow one and force BC into one.
It's gotta be
Big
back
shot
to
here
the-
in the second end. She should know the weight and the line for this one.
Throw it to
Where is it? Where is it?
We gotta be
Looks like Mama's backing off here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's gotta curl.
Yep, yep, yep. Hard to it. Hard,
Back there.
hard, right to it. Go, go, go.
Wow. These skips have come to shoot, Craig. Those were 3 quality shots in a row.
Yeah, good shot. It looks like Leanne can see enough that she can play the same shot. Just have a little flop inside,
We know it finishes there, right?
just over curl, and this might be for 3 here.
Yeah.
2 for sure, but maybe for 3. Vanna, she just saw it, and as the third gen was saying, curls hard at the end there, so they'll know that for calling line.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
On and off, it's got to be close. Oh, a good shot.
Good shot.
Good
Nice
shot
deuce.
for two. That was a beauty. She had a little bit more weight, just making sure that sure of her deuce, and that was the right move. Deuce is big to go up one here. It's 2-1 BC after two ends.
On the other sheets over on sheet B, it's a men's game. It's Yukon and Quebec, and the first end was blanked. On sheet C, a women's game, Northern Ontario against Saskatchewan, and that end was also blanked, the first end. And sheet D, a men's game, Nova Scotia against Northern Ontario, and that was blanked. So the only sheets that we're getting any scoring on is right here on sheet E.
2, 3. 3. Okay, we're
Well, it looks like they heard you with your strategy of keeping centers up down. They both teams seem to be doing that. Just a 1 point lead.
Yep.
Well, it's our first guard of the game. Let's see what happens here. See how aggressive these two teams get.
Got room. Lot of room still. Line's getting better. Line's getting good. Yep, you can go. You can go. Yep, you gotta finish it a little. Well, it works 7, 8. Okay. Okay.
Wow, we're sitting right behind the sheet, and she got by the guard by a good 1.5 feet, and it almost just poked out the other side.
Oh, I love this ice. This is great ice to curl on. It did go behind the, just behind the tee line, so BC now is freezing to it.
7, 8. Line's good. Room. Don't want to go.
Was the ice this good when you were playing your
Not yet.
seniors league at 9 in the morning?
Yes, it was. The 9 o'clock in the morning draw was normally really, really quick and nice curl.
Really hard. Yep, yep, yep.
Hunt Club's got a good reputation for having great ice.
Yeah, do they ever? A good golf course and good ice surface too.
Laura's looking to repeat her first shot. Just come up to it, maybe tap it back a foot or so.
Line's good. Yep, line's getting good. Whoops. Whoa. Right here, guys. Right here, line's good. Right in. Right in. Hard.
Looks like they got to go on this one.
Push. Push. Hard. 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 Okay. Let's wait.
Oh, that's a good shot and a good tolerance there too. She's completely buried in the top 8 there, and that's going to be a trouble rock
Pocket there.
for BC throughout this end.
Yeah, I fully agree. Now it's cut down the scoring area to the 4 foot,
7,
and
8.
one good shot by Ontario, and they're going to be looking pretty
8.
good.
Close. 8. Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard, 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 hard. Really hard. Hard, 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 hard. Yep. Hard, 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 hard. Great shot.
Ooh, just Rex on that top one there.
We gotta make this.
That was a good shot. She does leave a double, which would really put Ontario in good shape. Boy, oh boy, she's playing tight ice. She must know her players.
Yeah, again, really tight ice.
Hard.
Really tight ice for Erin. She did that in the first end as well.
Yep, yep, yep.
This is close. This is real close. Oh,
Ooh. Not what she wanted. They probably should have got off that a little early and let that curl past that back one. Now, team advantage, Team BC here. She can hit and roll on this one. She get it into the top four there. It's going to put some heat on Ontario.
I like this call. It's that Red Rock, it can be troublesome for BC at a later date, but she can hit and get to the same spot. Oh, this could be taking her own out. That really curled.
Ooh. Not ideal.
We're seeing a bit of a trend here. All the misses to date so far have all been on over curls, and it's just difficult to play on ice that curls this much without a positive rotation and making sure that you've got get out to the broom.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they're seeing that trend and they just start, all of them start taking a little bit more ice.
Roll it.
So I liked that initial call from Ontario, hitting that guard and opening things up. She could have come down and played a hack waiter on that yellow one and tried to lie three, but try to simplify things and open it up, and she kind of accidentally rolled to a great spot.
I'm certain she called for that hit and roll there, Greg. That's one of those 2-for-1s.
Yeah.
You take the guard off and roll and guard your own.
Yeah,
Great shot.
absolutely.
I think I'd give her a bonus from that shot.
So this is interesting. BC's going to get a little aggressive here and throw up a guard. Trouble with guarding these rocks that, like hers is only covered by half the red one. So even if she put this right in the middle, Ontario's going to be able to come with the in turn or the out turn. She's always going to have a shot to get that yellow one. Just slips into the rings here.
On this type of ice with this amount of curl, a guard is a very difficult shot. It is really difficult to put it in the right spot.
Yeah, and it's got to be in the right spot. And it's got to be tight to the rings. If it's any guard that's halfway, is almost useless out here because of the amount of curl you can play with hack waiters. So it looks like Ontario's going to try to lie three here. Well, 1 foot raise.
Close. Yep. Yep, hard all the way. Yep, hard, hard all the way.
This looks really good by
Hard,
Ali.
hard, 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 hard. Watch this one. Yep, yep,
Wow.
yep, yep, yep. Okay.
Ah, good shot. Good shot to lie three. She's going to have to make a good hit and roll here to get out of this. She does have, there is a double set up in the ones in the top 8. She could play that one. She's electing to play this, the one on the button right now, and she can roll either way to be buried, so this is a good call too.
Hard! Yep, hard, yes! Hard! Really hard, yep, yep.
She might make the double.
Hit and roll out.
All right, what would you do here, Craig?
Well, a couple options. There is that double that's set up right now. It'd be nice to get rid of that. I don't see too much of an option to actually get rid of it. You could draw another one around right there. Draw one around there. And even if the other BC makes the double, they're going to be open. You can always hit and roll away later.
I like what she's doing here. She's making a play on taking that double away, and she could be sitting 3. have to remember the original goal of this end was to score 2. And she's got that now.
Line's okay.
The best way to score 2 is try to get 3, though. Crowd loves it. Crowd loves that comment.
Yeah.
That I wish I could say that was mine, but that's Rich Hart. Whenever we try to get 3, we usually got 2.
I thought you were going to say it's a front ender. Best way to score 3 is give your skip a free draw for 3 or to score 2. That was a nice shot.
This way, but let's take
Still a double set up right now. The one that she just threw and the one that she hit.
we get the double.
Looks like Leanne's going to have to make at least one double to get this team out of this. Might have to make 2 doubles here.
Yeah, Allie made 2 great shots that end to get things turned around.
Taking lots of ice and got it out there. This should curl up.
Yep. Whoa.
She's close. She's close.
Oh, just needed a curl a centimeter more and
Fuck, if I know where to put this.
so now Ontario's got to try to find a spot where they can get 2 still, and they don't put themselves in trouble where gives BC an opportunity to get out of this with a hit and roll.
These are all always difficult situations. As a skip, you hate to be guarding one that's behind the button, because if it over curls slightly or under curls slightly, you give them the freeze to it at the back, and your whole end is gone. But at the same time, if you leave it there, you're giving them a hit and roll either way. So these are difficult shots.
Yeah. She's got to have a way out no matter what, right? Yeah. Yep.
I think Tina just said it best. She's gonna have a way out either way, either a double or a hit and
Still
roll.
have the double, but. Sorry? Yeah.
Here's an option you could throw around that guard and freeze to your rock that's top 8. There'd be no double. You would leave a hit and roll on that one that's back 4 to let BC get out of it, but that's a really tough shot. It might be worth it at this stage of the game. This way, you're putting it top 8, you're conceding, giving them a double and taking a deuce, which is good too, though.
No.
I think you want to be sitting 3 when she finishes throwing this rock, and that's
She's got a double here, and she might actually be able to roll this behind her yellow one too for shot.
Roll that way? No, not if we don't. Only way we can get rid of that is if we go no.
she could come down with about a back 4-foot back button weight and just sort of tap it and keep them both back there as backing. But I kind of like the double. You're playing the scoreboard. You're one up. If you give a deuce, you're only one down.
Yeah, I agree. It's still early in the game. It's only the 3rd end, and you miss that shot, you might give up 4, which would be a disaster here. So it's a fairly easy double to be made here, and you get the hit and roll. It's a bonus.
She could actually roll to our left as well, make the double, and take the whole end away.
Yeah,
Try the double
absolutely.
and get a little flop to the right. Same weight.
Needs to get to that center line. Needs to
Yeah.
curl.
Whoa.
There it goes. Oh, great shot. Just
Nice throw.
just another centimeter. She probably makes that roll behind. Limited the damage though. Good shot by Leanne, and Tina has got a draw for 2 here. Just needs a
I've had
piece of
one
the
too.
8-foot.
I thought it was gonna. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You threw that real nice.
Should be pretty routine. She just threw a draw with her last one and put it in the 4-foot.
Okay, guys. Hold back. Keep it clean. Keep an eye though. Line's good. Yep, you gotta go hard.
This is going to be close. No doubt whatsoever.
Good sweeping. Great sweeping. And that's a deuce for Ontario. Answers right back after BC got a deuce in the third. It's 3-2 after 3.
On the other sheets, we finally have some scoring. Over on sheet B, Quebec scored 3 in the second and have a 3-0 lead over the Yukon, and that's a men's game. On sheet C, Northern Ontario women scored 3 and are up 3-0 on Saskatchewan. On sheet D, the Northern Ontario men scored 2, and they are leading Nova Scotia 2-0. And of course, on this sheet, it's Ontario 3, BC 2.
Line's okay.
So, Dad, can you explain to the hundreds of people that are watching this right now, what are those lights coming on in the rocks there?
Yep,
Oh, they're
yep,
using
yep,
the special
yep.
Curl Canada rocks.
Nice, Laura.
When they have sensors on the ice, which indicate whether the rock has been released before the hog or whether it's a hog line violation, and it makes it pretty simple for the officials. If the red light comes on, it's a hog line violation, and the sweepers must stop the rock.
3, 4.
As you can see, the light's green. It's a good shot, and they're busy sweeping away.
4. Room. Gotta go wait. Okay, yeah then.
Both teams, the best way to defend is go on the offense.
Whoa then.
Yeah, certainly they played the first end pretty open, but they've kind of found their mojo here and getting a little more aggressive.
Laura, the lead for Ontario, is a retired elementary school teacher. And in the case of Dart, she is just loving
Room.
her retirement.
So if she's not working, she's just curling. So does that make her a professional curler? She's still eligible for this event?
I don't know. We'll have to ask the officials on that one.
Yeah, might have to look into that one. So this game might be under protest here for having a professional curler. We're kidding, by the way. Let's not get any emails to the CCA.
Laura's a real special curler. She's a lifetime member of the Ontario Curling Association. She's been curling for 40 years, and this is her first championship in 40 years. So well done, Laura.
Wow, good for her.
That was a nice shot. I like that shot.
Really?
Yeah, just slipped behind the tee line. Gives BC an option to come down and freeze to it, but they're electing to split instead and open that one up, which is a good option and lie second and third. Sweepers were a little slow to react there.
Yep.
Maybe it's a little heavy right now.
Hard. Hard. Yep.
So to get a little bit less of that one, not bad though. Fly's second shot and opens up that red one.
Yeah, I like that shot, and it also left a corner guard. So that was a nice shot for BC.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Ontario's got to be a little careful. They knows this. There'd be a double available. Lots of guards to play with right now for BC.
Look here.
That was a shot that Aaron threw pretty solid weight-wise and was right out to the broom, and it ran a little straight on. She threw that pretty good.
Okay.
Must be pretty release sensitive and weight sensitive here. If you throw a little bit too much weight, then it really straightens up.
Yep. Yes.
Go hard on this one.
Really hard.
Get this one by the guard.
Hard. Yep.
Got through and no sit. That's a beauty. Great shot. Those are tough when they not much of a board there, and the guards are staggered too, which makes it difficult as well. We'll have to see if Aaron can navigate this hole as well here.
Looks pretty
No,
good
no.
from here.
She's through that spinner again, and just got by and sticks around in the 12-foot.
That was well swept.
I-
Had they touched it at all, it would have been tickling the one out front.
I am thinking Tina thought she missed that one. Must have just snuck up and curled a little bit at the end. Good shot.
Good thing we don't listen to you. Good thing we don't listen to you.
What do you do here, Craig?
Well, you got a couple of, you got some guards in play. Conservative would be, conservative play would be go and hit that outside one and keep the blank alive. Or you could go around the center as well and sort of force the issue a little bit.
Out there.
She elected to play the hit and just a little outside there. The problem with that shot is if you do miss or you hit and roll out, it gives Ontario a shot to go around the center and be the aggressors in this end. So might want to beat them to it and go for it earlier.
Yeah, there are some times when you can hit and roll out and it doesn't cause much of a problem, but that was one of the
Line's
ones
a bit
where you
tight.
had to keep your shooter in play to force Ontario to go after her.
Line's tight. Yep. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Room.
Now these draws, you got to remember, you do not need to squeak by any of these. You got to get by a foot or you'll over curl.
Okay.
That was a foot and a half past the rock out front, and the skipper was anticipating the call, and she had this sweeping saying tight for line.
Tap.
She's got a good read of the ice.
Yeah, good shot.
Do you like that, or do you think in that? What do you guys like?
Couple options here. You can come around and tap. You just need to tap it about 2-3 inches to be shot, or the run back.
Open it up. Yeah. Let's do that. Draw to it. Okay.
I like to play this draw now. A lot of people is the tendency is to be heavy here and outside. What you really got to do is you got to throw the draw for the sweepers and throw the freeze, and if it's good line, they'll let the sweepers sweep it at that extra couple inches to tap it.
Yep. Hard.
They're going to have to go hard on this one. It's curling.
Hard.
They're going hard. It's close. Oh, I think it's going to just feather it.
You roll it in. Yep. Yep.
EC's going to be is getting in some trouble here now.
Yeah, her path to the forefoot is being blocked off.
Yeah, she's got a couple run backs, but you have to clear that front to get to that one on the button. Dangerville right now for
Line's okay.
BC.
To 3. Might over curl. No, won't. Yep, keep it going. Yep, gotta finish it. Get to center line. Finish it. Hard. A little more. Good sweep.
See,
Good, Allie.
you
Boy,
heard-
Allie's been curling well. Last end, she turned the end around, basically set up the deuce, and this one, that's a nice guard.
Yeah, no, that's good. Halfway and tough run back. Fills that hole right there.
Really nice.
Which one do you like hitting on this one, Greg?
Well, I like hitting the high one.
Once
You
they
can
dive, then
you make the run back, or you hit a little high and make the doubles on the reds and really open it up. This one's a bit of an all or nothing here.
Just clean.
Just peeling it, and Ontario's going to just throw up another guard here. BC's got to make a move of running these back or making some kind of double peel so they can open it right up. Remembering it's swinging so hard, just a single guard's tough to make. Making a second guard, though, is a lot easier.
Two, 3. Yeah.
It's been a long week for these athletes. Played 6 games already in a time frame they usually don't play six games, and
Yep, hold the line.
if the winner goes on and plays tonight at 8:30. Plus, I think some of them have stayed up
Over and off, guys.
late nights a few times, maybe once or twice. So I've heard.
I think all the men's teams stayed home and got the extra sleep, but I heard the ladies were partying. Well, she's got a bit of an opening here. Not the biggest hole, but she has a chance to get out of it now.
Got it.
Yeah, it curls so much. You get any rock through that hole with draw weight. We'll move that red one.
A little more on that side now, hey?
Real good opportunity here. This is sort of one of those must makes now, or be in real big trouble if Ontario gets to throw another one into the button.
I think one of the keys on this shot is that it's important that she get in for second shot at least. Then she can gamble and do a run back. But if she doesn't get in for second shot, she may end up deciding to give up one and hitting the open one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think Leanne's played many draws this game. See if she remembers from practice what it was like and see if the ice has changed.
Roll it over, Philippa.
Oh, she's on that side one.
Yep. Okay. That's too much ice.
Big trouble.
Too much ice on one side, not enough ice on the other side.
So Ontario lies 2 now, and can really get aggressive if she wants and throw one in here. Top 4,
Yep.
and BC's gonna have a tough decision to make, and can't get too aggressive. She might give up 3 here. So
This is where Tina can get real aggressive. She can go right in there, right into the forefoot, freeze the one on the
Come in if
button,
the line's
and
good, but if not,
really
that's
put the
fine
pressure
too.
on.
yeah, absolutely. Tina threw her guard over here, so she should know what the weight is over here.
Yep.
Let's see if she gets the line right. She's a little further
Where
out.
is it? Okay, well then.
Whoa, off. Looks deeper
Oh.
than that.
I think they're just going to settle with the guard because it's over curling right now, and they're just going to let it stop, so block the one at the button.
No way. Sorry, guys.
I think that pretty well seals one. It would be very difficult to get in there to try to score. I think the aim would be for BC is to get in there and get second shot
Get in here for
and give up a steal of one.
Think it'll go there? How much? I think it'll go there. Huh?
Geez, that hole looks big from here, Craig, but it's not that big.
Either that or this.
No. No, that is a small hole.
Last rock. Pardon? Last rock, right?
Yeah. BC could score one, that she runs this one back, but geez, if she misses it, it's a steal of two, which going down three with 4 ends to play isn't ideal. So maybe a smarter move would just be getting it there for second. And the easiest way is probably hitting that red one out there instead of even worrying about the draw.
This is a little closer to center.
If she does play this, I like playing with lightweight, only back ring. So if you miss, then it just stops in the 8 foot. And if you get lucky, you tap the red one. Looks like she's gonna play some weight at this though.
Yeah, this is a weight shot. I kind of like one with a little less weight as well.
Okay.
Well, BC fans, this is a big shot right here. Need her to get on that red one.
Very normal.
We got a group of BC fans in front of us, and they are on the edge of their chairs right now.
Yep. Whoa. Yes.
Go for line. Gotta stay high. Oh.
So close.
Wow, and that was the danger of that shot. She was a millimeter away from making that shot a beauty, but instead she gives up a steal of 2. That'll make it 5-2 for Ontario over BC after 4 ends.
5 seems to be a very popular number, Craig. Over on sheet B, Quebec stole 2 on the third and are up 5-0 on the Yukon. Northern Ontario women did the same thing. They stole 2 in the third and are up 5-0 over Saskatchewan women. The Nova Scotia men as well scored 2 in the third, and they tied that game up with Northern Ontario. They are 2-2 after 3. Okay, and we're off going to have a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the last half of the game. Well, welcome back to the 2015 Travelers Curling Club Championship. Right now we're broadcasting the Ontario BC women's game. Ontario stole 2 in the fourth and are up 5-5-2. And BC is in a bit of trouble, but they're fully capable of making the comeback. In the other games, Quebec stole 3 in the fourth and are now up 8-0 on the Yukon. And Northern Ontario women stole 1 on Saskatchewan, and they are up 6-0 against Saskatchewan. And on the men's side, Northern Ontario scored 1 and are up 3-2 on Nova Scotia.
Laura came a little deeper on her first one, going back 8. Not the ideal spot for the first one. She's going to try to go top 4 here on her second one. Try to keep everything to the center and try to stay away from those the corner guards that BC are going to put up. They're going to have to get some offense going here to get back. It's always nice after giving up a steal to strike back right away and get a deuce. Feels like you're still in the game. One is curling, and oh no, she's just taken out her own guard.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah, she sort of crossfired that one and was sliding to her right the whole way, and so from her eye she was dead on, but her whole body was moving to the right and didn't turn out as she had hoped.
No, it's interesting here. Ontario's going to draw into line 2, and that one that's top 12 right now, that's because it's curling so much. That's actually acting like a guard for BC. Another option you could have done is gone and just actually peeled that top red one just to get rocks out of play. Certainly a blank end would benefit Ontario here. They elected to draw in line 3 though, but that's a good move too.
You know she's going to put it right there, Greg, half behind that one at a 12-foot. That's a pretty good shot.
Got this?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, if you knew you were going to throw it there, you just do that every time. BC's going to try to move this one back on the button. Try to get some rocks behind the tee so they can use it to freeze to later.
Hard! Really hard! Hard! Yep! Hard!
Looks like good if they can get by. Oh, it just rubbed. Oh.
It's still a pretty good shot in that it moved that shot behind the tee line. So all is not lost for BC.
No, I moved it behind tee and then the one that's top 12 is still acting like a guard. They can come around that way. Makes it tricky, but still some options for BC here.
Hard. Whoa, whoa. Hard, yep. Good, Aaron.
Boy, I like the line call on that one, Craig. The rock was well out there, and she was calling sweeping, anticipating the curl, and sure enough, it did curl. Well called.
Yeah, no, it looks like Tina's kind of found her groove here with the ice, and she's picking up on how her team is throwing it and calling it correctly. Yeah, it was a great call.
Yep! Hard! Really hard, yes! Hard!
This one is curling. She might have this slip double if she gets by. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
That turned out. What a great shot.
What a great shot.
Opens up that 4 foot. She's lying 1 now. And she's got lots of options. That's a beauty.
Allie's been really curling well this game. She can see just about most of the rock, and with the way it curls, she throws it well. She has a good chance of making this shot.
Yeah! Yes! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
So good. It's coming in nice here. Just gets the inside flop.
Nice.
Holy
Oh,
cow.
beauty.
And again, that rock was well out there when she called the sweeping.
Yeah,
Good anticipation.
Yeah, she's the difference maker right now in this game. She's playing outstanding.
Like that? Yep. Come
Like this call from BC, they're just going to come down and freeze to it. If they make a good freeze, it'll be tough for Ontario to get it out. They don't have to get shot right away, although they can with a corner freeze. They just need to get some yellow ones in there that Ontario can't get rid of.
Yep. Yes.
These shots get more difficult, though, as Ontario keeps making shots and making that scoring zone smaller and smaller.
Hard, hard, hard. Yep. 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 Hard. You got it. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh,
Just the wrong side of the inch today. Wasn't certain how Ontario was going to respond today. They lost a real tough one last night to PEI 4-3, and the impact of that game was that instead of going directly to the semifinals, they had to play today in the quarterfinals, and it was a game that they probably let slip away. But they've responded really well, and have come out firing in all cylinders.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. All the way. Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep.
this
Yep.
is a tricky one. They got to avoid that back red one.
Yep. Yep.
Don't want to jam on it.
Good shot.
Oh, good shot. Avoids all trouble.
You guys just had that bite.
Ontario's got to be happy with just getting rid of Yellowstones right now. So I'll try this one, try this shot again here for Jen. Let's see, she was real close last time, and just maybe get on a little earlier, and she makes it.
Line great. Yep. Hard. Where is it? Yep. Whoa.
Lots of room this time.
Whoa, Rip. Right to it. Right to it. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Want to freeze this right on it.
Hard, 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 hard.
It's a little short. Good shot, though. She would have froze that one right on, then there would be a run back that she could do, and she could have got shot too if that just goes another foot and a half.
Right to it.
Yeah, the difficulty, it's staggered now, and it would be hard to promote to onto the red one. BC is in deep, deep trouble. It's going to probably take them 2 shots just to get it open.
Yeah. Yeah, some teams might try to pick that yellow one out or play the red onto the yellow, but yeah, you're right, Dad. Everything's so staggered right now that it's even if she shot right now, it would be hard to get that red one out. So she throws a guard up here. It's going to be even more difficult. Ooh, she was close to the hog line there. It looked like she let it go last minute there. Usually when that happens, when you're racing to get your hand off the rock, rock goes a little bit further than you want it to as well. You're a little heavier, which might be the case.
Ooh, that turned out pretty darn good.
Yeah, that works there. Oh, so looks like Leanne's gonna try it. If she can get this top button, she needs to get a little piece buried. Stay in front of the tee line. God, we're not just talking about a couple inches now. That she has to be really, really precise with the line and the weight. She gets it in there. Tita won't be able to remove it, but she's got to be real close here.
It's almost like a practice draw for her last one. I think she's going to end up having to draw the button to score. So if she puts this on top button, she'll have some sort of shot for one with her last.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Sometimes in these situations, you might want to go up and blast and see if you can get some guards out of the way, and it really doesn't help you in this situation. You're probably going to have to draw anyways, so you may as well use this as a practice draw and get the line and the weight right. So you're probably going to have to do it in your second one.
Line's good. Where? Yep. Hard, yep. Yep.
Boy, this is going sideways, Craig.
This is curling. You need to bounce this, anything at all. I don't think she can hit that yellow one that's on the center line on the left side onto the red one. I don't know if it's there for 2 right now, if BC was shooting right now. So Ontario's just got to look and see what does BC have right now if she was shooting, and what's their easiest shot.
That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, we're looking at the overhead here, and I don't think she can raise that yellow onto the one of the 4-foot. So it's she looks like she's trying to protect a double raise takeout.
Triple raise.
Triple, yes.
Yeah, so she do that, or, BC's probably their easiest shot for one is just this little tap.
Pretty much, I think, yeah.
So you could protect against that if you don't think that triple raise is there, which the triple raise looks really hard.
Where were we?
It's kind of a double angle there.
I remember I wanted to.
So you kind of play the percentages. What do you think BC's going to make most times? And I, for one, I think I'd be guarding this tap right now.
I think they must have been listening to you, because that's what she's planning on doing.
Now you could make this. Probably can't guard the tap and the straight draw to the side of the button, but you could make it more difficult by keeping this
Which was my first thought. But
this rock on the left-hand side of the center line.
okay, let's guard.
Looks like she had to confer with the entire family before making this shot. She wanted to input from the front end too.
Yep, then. Fine. Yep. Yeah.
Wide is good here. I don't think you want this right on the center line. You
Yep.
want it a little off the center line.
Yep. Okay, whoa.
That guard is pretty high. It's halfway, so you could probably, if you wanted, play that yellow tap that's on the top 8-foot and curls so much. You got the straight draw to the side of the button, or looks like the ladies are trying to line this up right now for this triple raise.
I only got half.
The thing
Yeah,
about
but you're
this one,
crossing it, right?
it's for 2 if she makes it perfect.
Only got a third,
And that
like
would get them
a
right
third.
back in the game. Drawing the edge of the button
don't
is
think
no
that's-
gimme on this
I
on this
think
ice.
if we
So
hit what we
No
shoot,
way.
it's there, and
You're absolutely right.
I don't think we can get to the nose of that off that. Do you want to do time? Should we do a timeout? Okay. Take a time.
Looks like they're calling a timeout here.
We don't really
1
have
minute
anything
timeout.
to draw for two.
No.
Okay, we got our draw to the button, but
Just to save some time,
we need
BC
to hit
has
this one.
11 minutes and
There.
15
Yeah.
seconds
We
of
can't
this
get there.
thinking time,
I like
which
that.
is just still plenty of time, but they know they're going to
So
talk
then we
about this
have
for
to
a
hit
while.
that. Just on this side, right? Because that's got to come to nose here.
Would that work? Is that it there? Good. Set. Hitting this there.
There.
We need to hit this one there.
Typically, when the error most
we
teams
definitely have to hit
have
the high side of
with
that one.
these 2 or 3 different angles, they don't they hit them too thick. They
Okay,
don't
which way do I
realize
come?
how thin
This
you
way,
have to
right?
hit them.
Yeah.
It's pretty straight here.
So she's giving it a shot.
Yeah.
I like this
Straight
call.
side.
Yeah, the draw is no gimme, and
I
I
think
think
I
we?
don't
gotta
think
go
she can
there.
hurt herself in giving up
So
more
we're
than
going
one.
there?
I think so, yeah. I'm thinking of your hit the other end.
Normal though, right?
Yeah. 9.5.
Yeah, we can err to hit it on the inside more.
That side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
got
I
it.
think she has a mic. Listening to this game, she heard me. Couple controversies this game. We got a professional curler and someone else who's wearing a earpiece. And this just reported that some of the BC fans are actually giving signals to the team, it sounds like, too. Interesting. This looks
This is
close.
This is close. She's darn close. She might have this made.
Oh, just over curl. What a great try. Great try. That's a steal of one more for BC. It puts them up 6-2. Or sorry, that's for Ontario. Ontario up 6-2 after 5 ends.
The winner of this game will play this evening at 6:30, and they'll be playing the Alberta women. And then the winner of that game is on to the
Top
championship
four.
game, and the loser goes to the bronze medal game.
Top 4. Line's good. Nice, Laura.
Shot, Mom.
Oh, Mum found the forefoot. Great first shot of the end. This is pretty simple for both teams. BC is going to try to get lots of rocks in play and it needs to score a deuce here at least. And Ontario's just going to try to hit everything in sight unless they see an opening where they can sort of stick it to BC again and start guarding up.
Try again.
Kind of finished there, hey? We thought it was going to be straight or long.
I thought so too. Threw well.
In the other games over on Sheet B, which is a men's game, the Yukon are on the board. They scored 2 in the 5th and are now down 8-2. Northern Ontario women continue to pour it on against Saskatchewan. They stole another one and are now up 7-0 over the Saskatchewan women. The only real close game we've got so far is Nova Scotia men and Ontario men. And Nova Scotia scored 1 in the 5th, and that game is tied 3-3 going into the 6th.
Yep. Yep. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
I've just been corrected by the BC fans. It's Northern Ontario men are tied with Nova Scotia 3-3 playing the 6th.
Well, yeah. That's on the way, Dick.
I think you must have been drinking decaf coffee this morning, Dad, instead of your regular coffee. Who's in charge of getting us drinks? Maybe we need some coffee up here to wake up my dad.
Is there anybody back there who can bring a coffee?
So BC throwing up 2 corner guards here. I like it. Put lots of rocks in play now. I'll be interested to see what Ontario does. They start hitting away here, which they should, and they are. There's that philosophy, Dad, that some teams, you know, when they get up and they've been aggressive, they continue to be aggressive, and they they want to keep it going. Uh-oh. This one is hurling. Gotta be careful she doesn't jam this. Just right on the nose. That's a bit of a break that BC wanted. 3 guards up now, and we can start playing in the house here.
Which one would you go behind, Craig? Would you go behind the opposition rock, the red rock, or would you try to draw behind your own rock?
What do you want? What?
Sullivan?
Well, there's a couple chances. You could go around theirs right now, behind that red corner,
I don't know.
and get one
Really?
buried. Ontario's probably get a peel, and then you can go and freeze behind the center one.
You want to do you like that better?
I like going around the center right now. Freeze it there. Ontario will probably play that center guard, and then you can go go after the wings after that. The way Ontario's playing, I'd be slightly nervous that they would switch gears at any time and start throwing guards up instead of being and be aggressive.
Whoa, whoa. Yep. Okay.
Well, that worked out okay for BC. They still have 3 rocks in the front, and now the one in the 4-foot is open.
Yeah, and I like what Tina's doing now. There's 3 guards up. There's no double peel on the guards, so she's you peel 1 guard. There's already 2 guards up, so she's going to be a little aggressive here and throw up another guard herself right in the center line to protect her one that's in the 4-foot. You don't think of throwing guards when you're 4 up, but when you're going to peel and there's already going to be 2 more guards, you may as well throw another one. Just came a little heavy, which gives BC an opportunity to play a hit and roll and get one buried.
Yeah, she can roll. I don't think she can double them off. She's got enough behind that yellow one that she can, but she can do a hit, as you suggest, hit and roll behind that red one. The key here is to keep the shooter in play.
Whoa. Yep, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. You need Ontario hitting right now and or playing run backs. Ooh. God, I don't know how many BC just nicked so many guards this game. And Leanne's been off by about a centimeter and a couple of shots, and it would be a totally different game out here. So Ontario looks like they're going to stay aggressive and throw another guard on here.
Go for 3, yep, we get 3.
What they're saying, they're using the zones that the Team Furby
Hard.
created
Gotta go
years
hard,
ago,
guys.
and so
Hard,
3 is a
finish it.
nice tight guard, which is good. Glad she's calling it tight guard. Those halfway guards are
Oh, you
not as useful out here. As well, they're harder to run back too. So nice tight guards would be effective, and you can always run them back if need be. Another chance at a hit and roll here. See if Jen can make this little hit and roll behind her own. She's got a couple rocks over there that she can roll behind, 2 yellow guards.
Yeah, I like what Leanne is doing here. She knows she has to score this in, whether it's 1 or 2, but she must score. So she's somehow got to find a way to improve the scoring area. That's a nice shot.
Ah, good shot, absolutely. Got a piece buried, and Ontario's going to have to throw an out turn here with a staggered guard situation. At the sort of the wrong angle.
Guard.
Tina is fearless. Throwing up a
Holy
guard
cow.
here. It's surprising being up 4.
Guys like the guard?
Hey, maybe we should call a family meeting on this shot, Craig.
2. Well, if you can.
Certainly, if
Line's
you're
okay.
BC, you love anytime Ontario throws a guard in this situation.
2 is okay. 2 is just fine. Just leave it. Let it die. Sit. Okay.
Well,
It's a pretty effective guard.
yeah, made the guard. BC could set themselves up for a big end here if they wanted. They could. They do have a double raise over there on the left, those 2 yellow ones, and they could save that for later on, and they could throw a draw into the 4-foot right now. Sort of set themselves up for a big end. They're electing to open it up though to make sure that they score. It's a good call too.
Really hard.
This could be trouble.
Ooh, someone sweep that yellow one.
There you go.
Oh, she almost got
Moved a lot.
really lucky and got that yellow buried behind the corner.
Someone there?
I think Ontario is pretty committed to this end
Oh, my
already.
goodness.
And the nice thing is she's throwing the second guard. And as you'd mentioned earlier, throwing a second guard is a lot easier than throwing a single guard on this ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no. Okay.
But the good thing for BC is that there's the
Is that
4-foot
double? I mean,
that she can draw
I is
to.
okay too. It's just keep them separated, right? Okay. So she can't double peel. That's all.
As Tina, I wouldn't be too worried about the double peel because then she could just hit the red one or hit the yellow one and lie 2.
1 or 3.
I probably would have already tried to play the yellow, hit the yellow, and missed it by now. So. Who am I to say anything?
I like this call. Yep, keep the pressure on.
It's gonna over curl.
Oh,
Over and off. Over and off.
looks like this is really curling.
Whoa, 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 guys, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it does the. I think it does the job.
With the ice that it curls now, she can get around that with back line. Not an easy shot by any means, but she can certainly, if she gets by the guard by a little bit and plays back ring, she can make that yellow one go away.
Would you call that shot, or would you try to draw right around that one in the top 8, and get your 2 with your skip rocks?
You know what? The way it's curling, it's a tough one. It is overburied. I don't mind this. I think if it's there, which I think it is, I like playing this.
Okay. Flip back and wait.
Thing with the draw too, yeah, you could throw it top, try to throw it top button, and then Ontario's just going to follow it down and freeze on it. Then your scoring zone for 2 is really small.
Yep.
Makes a good shot here. She sets herself up for a deuce.
Whoa.
Not easy though.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Okay.
just a little bit heavy. I
Just
think.
right.
I think she had the line right. I think she's just it was up about 10, 15 feet. It's interesting that she goes to the hit now, or she could throw another draw to the top button here if she wanted with the out turn. On the right-hand side here, she could throw one top button and
You guys like this?
make it really hard for BC to score.
Or what do you like? No, but she can if I give her a way to get it out. Which port? This port? She has this draw. She only has to hit 4 foot, right? That's fine. I don't mind guarding, but I don't know what. I can't guard both sides. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Looks like they've settled on the hit here.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 No. Never. Okay. Good throw.
Oh, good shot.
Good shot. Yep.
Yeah, didn't matter if he stayed there or not. Just get rid of the yellow one was the key to that shot. And it'll be enforcing BC to take one here. Draw the 4 foot. And again, the way it curls, on the screen it looks like there's a lot of room, but the way it curls here, that's not the easiest port to navigate with a draw. You have to be on that corner guard for a long time.
That rock in the top 8, that's the one she has to worry about. The guard way out front is really a non-factor.
Oh, I meant the corner guard. You have
Yeah,
to be on you have to be on the
yes.
corner guard for a long time, and then. But yeah, you're right. The center line's not really in play.
Line's good. Where? Yeah, we gotta go line. Yep. We gotta go line.
Looks like her
Whoa,
weight's
whoa.
good. Looks like the line. Just get a little rub there. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
good
great.
shot.
That's a great call by the front end there. They thought she was a little heavy and said we better rack a little bit and slow it down. Great call and great shot.
So that's 1 for BC. Score right now is 6-3 Ontario.
I think we'll probably see a couple center guards here from BC. I think so. You have to get aggressive and get as many rocks in that 4 foot as they can behind some guards if possible.
We have our first final over on sheet C. Northern Ontario women stole another 2, and the game is now over. They won 9-0 tonight. Tonight, the Northern Ontario women will be playing the PEI women, and that's the game that will be featured on the internet.
Out there. Sweep for weight, though. Yep, gotta be here. Line's good. Top 4. Line's really good.
I like that communication from Tina to the front end, just saying it's out there, but make sure it's here. So saying, it's good at curl enough. Just worry about the weight and make sure it's top of the house, which they did, and a great shot. So BC had a couple options here. They could throw another center guard, or they could freeze, and both a good play, and they decided to freeze one in there.
Coming down. Yep, hard for line. Really hard for line. Yep. Line's great. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Hey, good shot. Oh, nice little, even better little tap back to behind the button. Which they can use that and freeze a little bit later. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but the BC skip just looked up at her time clock. She's got about 6 minutes and 26 seconds left to play 2 ends. So it's she's got lots of time, but not a whole bunch of time, I should say. So she's gonna have to make some decisions quickly. Ontario still has over 9 minutes to play 2 ends here.
Laura's been really curling well for the last
Yep.
4 or 5 ends.
Hard.
Through the last one at the top of the floor. Now she's asked to corner that one out front, and it's a nice shot.
Sorry.
Well, this that's acting like a guard out there, and BC's got an opportunity to draw the button here. Put themselves in a good spot early in this end. It's funny. I've always said sometimes when you're down, it's you almost want to look bad early just so the other team doesn't start hitting. Make the other team draw for a little while and suck them into that game, and then you make a couple shots at the end. I always say that as a front ender though too. That's why I miss. It's always on purpose.
Part of the team strategy. Oh, now she's going to clean up the front a bit.
Like this one better? Okay.
BC's got 2 in front of the tee. They got possibilities.
Give me a positive. Yep. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. No? Nice throw.
Oh, good peel.
Yeah. Good shot by Erin. Nicely done.
Tap. Yep. Okay. 7, 8.
7-8 is T line. Back 4.
Hard. 5, 6. Yep. Line's good. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Oh, this one's moving big time, Craig.
Really hard. 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 Hard.
Yeah,
Yep.
just try to move these yellow ones around so they have a way to get into that one at the. Ooh, that worked out. Worked out really well. Those yellows are lined up right onto that red one now. And she's got one that's buried too.
Huh? Does it jam? Well, that's why we have to hit this really thin. Or what I'd like to do is run this on here. Yeah. Or straight back's fine too. Let's get rid of some. Don't worry about this.
Exactly. Get rid of something.
Which one is she trying to hit? The red, or is she trying to go on with the yellow?
Red onto the second yellow that's touching the center line.
Yep,
This
yep.
is where you say, don't call a shot, just let me throw it hard.
Hard.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Might be okay.
Ooh.
That's fine. Works.
Uh-oh. Well, BC's got some yellows in play now, and she can throw a guard on those 2 that are in the forefoot.
The BC fans in front of us have just come alive again.
They were putting on their coats, and they're taking their coats off again. They're sticking around.
Three's great. Oh, three's good. Line's okay right now. Turn over, curl. Oh, line's pretty good. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So what Ontario's going to want to do, unless this over curls here, which looks like it is. Ooh.
Boy, one nice shot here, and Ontario's
I like control.
out of the mess.
Yep.
they are in trouble.
Yeah, it's interesting that that guard over curled. I mean, that was probably the tolerance, just because they make this double, you can still sneak one around that center line guard. So, although it wasn't ideal, it's your end isn't over for a steal. They still have a good stealing opportunity here.
Whoa, 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 is it up? Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice, Ellie.
Oh, good shot.
That's okay.
Nice double
That's okay.
and roll away a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
That's okay.
You got a couple options,
Yeah.
hit and roll or the draw, and
I like this shot. She's going behind staggered guard, so she can put it in there, and limits the number of run backs she has.
Good. Yep, yeah,
and
line.
the key with this one, just get it buried anywhere.
Hard, yep, yep, hard. Guys, hard. Really
This one
hard.
is curling. What would you do if you're Ontario now? You're lying 2, can't get rid of all the guards.
More guard.
She is being aggressive in these situations. She's been pretty aggressive
like
normally.
this?
What do you like here,
If I
Dad?
go to the top, that's okay, right?
I kind of like to
Pardon?
draw,
If I get the top one, that's okay?
go behind that
Yeah. Okay. Yep,
behind
go
that
for
one on the right. Although you will leave a hit and roll if you happen to do that. This is a good
do you
call.
like,
It opens it up, and
Control. I'd like to stick around.
it's only third shot at the moment, so it's not a big danger rock.
Yeah, these those two that are staggered are the dangerous rocks for Ontario. BC can get one behind there, and Ontario doesn't have a chance to get rid of it. She hits and rolls here, and even if BC makes one around this corner,
No, don't look at it.
Ontario can always run it back.
This one's close, Greg.
Okay.
Well, still lying 2. C's got a couple guards to go around, a couple corner guards that they can choose to go around. Need a good shot out of the skipper here.
Throw one around there. Are we down to 14 now?
So typically in a curling club, the ice this is the time when it starts tightening up. Be getting a
line.
little slower and a
Yeah, line. Yeah,
little
line.
sludgy down the middle.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, line.
I think they're going to have to go hard in this one to get it by.
Great call, Dad.
Yep.
This has got to slow down. Rocks are still sliding well. Good for second shot right now.
The noise you might be able to hear in the background are the Quebec fans. We have another final. The Quebec stole 2 in the 7th, and the final against the Yukon is 11-2. Tonight at 6:30, Quebec men will be playing the Newfoundland men. In the other final,
Draw, right?
the other quarterfinal, Nova Scotia, with his last shot, made a fantastic hit and roll to one on top of the button, and he ended up stealing one. So now Nova Scotia is leading 4-3 after 6.
Without giving her a double. Sweet. Could come around this way and tap, but she's gonna have to draw. Okay. What do you guys think?
So they're trying to decide what to do here. Line one already.
Right there. Yeah, we just can't ever leave her the double, right? Well, I guess I'll just have to make another draw. I do have another shot, right? I don't want to have to make a shot.
That's how I skip my games on Wednesday nights. Please make my first so I don't have to make my second one. So I like this call. I'm hoping that they're trying to go dead buried in the top of the 8-foot. She goes around this one on the left. If Quebec, or sorry, if BC goes with the intern and tries to go around that sort of staggered yellow and red on the right-hand side, they're always going to have that little red slash. You can see about half the rock, and they should have that for a deuce if Tina actually puts this top 8. So I like this call.
Close? Can't be back, guys.
Whoa, not yet.
We'll can't be back for it.
No, not yet.
Line's fine.
Okay, you're good now.
Line's fine.
Wait only.
They look
Just
like
look
they're
out.
trying to take it back
Open.
4.
Have a look.
Oh.
Bite
we
the
don't.
top 4 would be
Yep, yep,
be
yep,
perfect.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's one of the things they talked about, guarding against leaving a potential double to leave BC sitting 2. But I like this call. I like to draw.
Got it.
Try to steal one and
This is going to have us sitting here,
she's
though.
looking at the potential double
What
now.
do you guys like? Do you like the draw or the double?
I think you could
Double's
double
there,
that
but
one,
then we'll only be
and
sitting
you'd
8
almost
foot.
spin in
But
or
sitting
spin
2.
down into the 4-foot as well.
Want to throw the double?
Yeah, I like playing the double. She throws the intern draw, which is no picnic at all. It just leaves Ontario with probably a 2 or 3 foot run back, with only the possibility of really giving up one only. So this she lies 2, and I mean at this point in the game right now, BC needs some misses. So try to lie 2 and hope Ontario misses the 8-foot.
Tiny bit more, Jen. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Oh, get over there. Oh, good enough for shot.
Chad.
Good enough for shot.
That turned out pretty good, and I think it's fully buried as well. And it's quite unfortunate she took her own out at the back, but I like that shot. I think you're going to see Ontario.
I know. Yep.
No, it's good. Ontario has to draw against the 1 steal.
We really don't have
Try
to
to
do
go
this
up
fast.
4 here. She's also looking at this little tap here too. She really just has to touch it, and she's probably second. Which she probably looks like she thinks is easier. It's whatever she thinks. She can also throw this wide intern around everything as well to the 4-foot.
Yeah, she might be playing
I know.
the hit
Play the
and
draw,
roll
like-
or the glance off the one. No, I think she's going to switch the
Back,
draw.
Same or
back
left?
to the draw through the port.
Okay. All right, guys. Swing it.
I mean, she just threw this, so she should know it, and she just made it as well. These situations, the rest of the team kind of keeps their mouth shut, and whatever the skip wants to do.
Easy if you can. Roll if you can.
Line is looking pretty good here. See if they've got the weight. Uh-oh, Allison's coming out, and It's a little short. That's going to be a big steal for BC. 6-4 going into the 8th end with Ontario retaining the hammer. Stop top 8.
Did they win?
Do you not see it? Well, BC, their main goal is going to be to lie 2 or 3 somehow.
2-3.
Lie 2 or 3 somehow, and hope Ontario makes a mistake at the end. Do you? Some teams play a strategy when they need to steal 2 in the last end. They throw corner guards instead. What do you think of that strategy, Dad?
Well, you want to try to put the game on the line, and you do that by putting in sitting 3. I would generally start with the center, but eventually, as the end goes on, you may end up having to go a corner and hope to put the game on the line. What do you think of this Ontario one now? 2 up with the hammer.
What are they doing?
They're going behind.
Oh, they're going behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Some teams play the tick shot, but that just opens you up to 2 corner guards. If I was BC, I would have thrown a corner guard there. I would have thrown
Mine's good.
2 corners,
Room.
and it's easier to lie 2 or 3 with corner guards.
Top 8.
And
Yep.
yeah,
Go.
this plays okay. I would try the. I've always been a big fan of the tick shot,
Good.
and I would probably play that instead. But
Good, Mom.
it's all the tick shot are going around top 4. I mean, she's had such great weight all game that if she keeps putting it top 4, top 8, then you do that. Some teams the tick shot works for, some teams it doesn't. So you go by your own team stats and what the team's comfortable playing.
Mine's good.
Yeah, Laura did the same thing last time. They put up one short, and she drew in behind top 4, and she's doing it again. Laura can come play for me anytime with shots like that.
Got it yet.
Well, she's retired, so she's got the time to play at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that BC needed to throw it short there. She needs a bunch of guards up. And with Tina being aggressive the whole game, she would probably start maybe throwing guards herself. You never know with her.
Yep. Normal. Yep. Right
Throwing
on.
the hit here, it really doesn't matter if you stay or not. It's probably better actually to roll out at this point. The more rocks in play really only helps BC because they can tap them back and create little pockets, and there's more jam opportunities. Tara's going to start counting the yellow rocks and counting how many end up in the corner there. And so trying the freeze here. Freeze on the one, the button. Good call.
I like this call.
8.
Yeah.
Yep. 8.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to start freezing now and playing little tap backs, and so they're sort of playing the audible here. And oh, you know what? That worked out just great. 'Cause buried behind that guard. Just a rock, another rock. Ontario can't hit at the moment, so Tara's gonna go up and peel this guard. Get rid of everything in the front.
Whoa, just wait.
Huge development on sheet C. The Nova Scotia men were up 4-3, playing the 7 without last hammer, and the Northern Ontario skip was just slightly heavy with his last rock, and Nova Scotia stole 3. So that game is now, look at it, 7-3 in favor of Nova Scotia.
Wow, that's a big steal of 3 in the 7th end. Ouch. Just throwing a guard up here for now. That's a good play. Sort of waste a couple rocks here and then play in the house after and try to lie a couple.
More weight.
Both teams are down to 3 minutes left on their clock, which should be plenty.
Ooh. Just grazed that one. Shouldn't be too harmful though, out just protecting the 12-foot over there. We'll see another guard still here.
Three if we can. Line's really good.
So after this one, you're gonna have to see. BC's gonna have to make a decision on if they're gonna play in the house and what they're gonna do in there too. You have to figure out a way to hide two yellow ones.
You may end up kind of corner freezing to the top red one, hoping if they hit it, it goes over and cushions off the other red one.
Yep, yep.
You can expect that Ontario is going to hit everything.
Hard.
Ooh,
This
this
is
could be trouble.
This is close to a nose here. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Disaster. Wow. Lying two and throwing a guard here. Yikes. So I guess I was wrong. We don't have to make a decision about going into the house just yet. Now, Ontario does have that one that's top 8. That's actually helping them right now because they can angle that in to the two yellow ones. And
Soft handle.
so really BC can't just keep throwing guards here to the last one. They're going to have to come into the house at some point, maybe on the skip's last one, so they can lie 3.
Sit.
Boy, oh boy, they continue to just go sideways once they come over that hog line.
Yeah, I heard Jen just tell Leanne that she was a little bit soft on that one, and they just go sideways and just can't be stopped.
Yep, yep.
Big shot here. It's a really, really tough double peel.
Hard. Hard.
Getting one out of the way is good. Good shot.
Would you go in now, Craig? It's at 3? Or would you wait and do it on your last?
Well, that's a tough one. It's if you knew they were just gonna go up and peel, then I would throw the guard. But Tina might hit that red one, that side red one, and get it in there. And if she does, she's probably gonna win the game, or at least not lose at this end.
Yeah, I think option would be to go in and wait in that one.
Yeah, she just told her front end the option was to go in as well. They decided to throw the guard here and waits the last one to go in.
Line's great. Where? Where?
Line looks pretty good on this one.
Yeah, bring it over. Well, yep. Whoa. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yep.
this looks like a good shot.
Yep.
Yep.
Nicely thrown.
Well played.
Yep. Great shot.
Nice guard. Tina's, she gonna play this little angle, or she gonna make this double peel here? There's a double peel opportunity.
Looks like she's looking at a run back of some sort.
Yeah, we can peel. Peel what? This?
Yeah.
You have
And
an
we now-
update for us, Dad, there?
Yes, I do. We have another final. Nova Scotia ran Northern Ontario Otter Rocks and won 7-3. Now Nova Scotia will play Manitoba tonight at 6:30. So our men's semifinals are fixed. It's Newfoundland against Quebec and Manitoba against Nova Scotia.
Tina's re-looking at this one. She actually, if she hits the other side, the left side of that yellow one, she can make this double peel and spin off the red one. Don't know if she sees it though. There's a good angle where you can hit that yellow one a quarter of a rock, spin, hit the yellow one and spin off it. If you just make one of them, that works too. Selected instead play this run back. Which if she misses it, she could be in some big trouble and could be facing 3 yellow ones in the forefoot.
She gets paid the big bucks for it.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, she ever get lucky? Oh. Chipped her other one in for shot rock. Wow. Timeout just called by BC. Wow. It went from disaster to pretty lucky. So BC's got a couple options here. They could just pick this out and lie 2. Or there is enough room past that guard. And you can see it there that she can get the inside roll with sort of back 4 weight, back 8, and lie 2 buried. I think that's what she's electing to play. Should be the harder of the 2 shots, but if she makes it, Ontario's going to probably have to play another run back.
I think you also have the other option, Craig, of coming around the other way and tapping that blue one.
There's no blue.
Tapping, thank you. Tapping the yellow one onto the red and pushing it out that way and sitting 3.
I think you lose you lose your shooter that way though. That's pretty skinny. You have to hit a quarter of the yellow one.
Yeah.
This is no game. This is a real tough one. If she makes it, be in real good shape to steal a couple here.
She's going to be close.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Room!
I think they better sweep it.
Yes! Yes! Hard!
Looks real close.
Hard!
Oh, what a beauty!
Great shot.
What a great shot! Holy cow! Pressure on with no one else out there on the ice right now. Full crowd here too, watching and supporting.
I couldn't see what was going on. The BC fans were standing up and doing a dance in front of me.
Wow.
Fantastic shot.
Kind of, if we can crotch it, we're good. If we can hit this outside one. So here.
Okay.
So Tina's gonna have to play this run back and just get either one of those yellows out and for the game here.
You want to stand back there?
Tough
You can.
shot. This one. This is over halfway from the house, and just has to hit one of those yellows out. Not an easy shot, especially the way it curls out here.
What we got, guys?
Tough one for the game for a spot at the semifinals.
Definitely getting our money's worth, Craig. Great finish.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa!
Yes.
Yep. Hard!
Hard.
She's close. Oh, what a
Wow.
great shot. What a finish.
Yeah,
Two
wow.
beauty shots by the Skips at the end.
10-foot run back to stick it to give up a steal of one. Great shot. Our finals are now, great shot, Tina. Our finals are now set for 6:30. On the men's side, it's going to be Newfoundland versus Quebec and Manitoba against Nova Scotia. On the ladies' side, it's going to be Alberta and Ontario, and the game we're going to feature tonight is PEI and Northern Ontario.
Exciting.
Well, Curl game.
The rest of the game is like that.
Thank you from the Hunt Club, and we'll see you tonight at 6:30.